My husband ghosted me without a word. My husband and I have been homeless for about a year after he was fired from his job. We had been alternating between staying in cheap motels and sometimes the streets if things got really bad. Recently, however, I started working online and have been able to keep a roof over our heads. He hasn't worked in a year. So on Tuesday, when he said he had a job interview, I was excited. He walked since his truck broke down and was sold. He said he needed both phones for numbers, so I gave it to him without thinking about it. Especially since I could still get in touch with him with text now. After about an hour, he texted me and said he got the job. He just had to fill out paperwork and get his substance test and would only be a couple of hours. I was so excited. But then I saw 3 expenses on the bank card in the county over and knew something wasn't right. Those couple of hours turned into that night, as well as the morning. He not only wasn't answering my texts or calls, but he blocked me completely. He had both phones, both bank account cards, and my valid ID. Before I had a chance to cancel the cards because it was my money on there, he had pretty much wiped out the account. I still had a few days left at the motel, so I called around. My dog, cat, and I are safe at the moment, and I opened new bank accounts but have to wait on the cards to arrive. But we can't stay here forever. I'm hoping the card arrives soon and I can get my ID done so we can get back into a motel, which is the only option at the moment until I can build up enough money for rent deposit and find a cheap apartment or house. I do have a paycheck coming Thursday, though I'm not sure what to do after Monday when I can no longer stay where I am. As far as I know, my husband is with another woman. He contacted his brother just long enough to say he was safe but wouldn't give an answer why. We've been married for 9 years but started dating back in 1988. We weren't arguing and I thought everything was fine. Not a word, and I'm just devastated. I just can't fathom why he just left me and our pets like that with no access to money and tried to clean it completely out, a vehicle, or even a live phone. He knew that most likely we would be out on the streets, but luckily, we did find a temporary haven for a few days.